up here, it gets some bumps on the road sometimes. It gets some potholes on this highway sometimes. It gets some curbs, it gets some rocks thrown on this highway sometimes. And the reason that this highway gets messed up sometimes, it's this thing called sin. Y'all miss it. Sin is what messes up this pathway. And then our mind is supposed to get us from here to this better place that God is trying to give us. But this thing called sin is stopping me from getting to where God is trying to take me. So Solomon says, this is what I need you to do. I need you to turn. Come on. I need you to turn away from this thing called sin. If you're going to get to where God is trying to take you. Y'all listen to me. So that means that everything that looks like sin, sounds like sin, and leads towards sin, guess what? You need to turn away from it. If you're going to get to where God is trying to take you. I know y'all don't like that, but this is what you can't do. He said turn away from it. You can't walk with it and expect you not to become a part of it and then expect it to be removed from you. Come on. Y'all want me to play it? I played Mississippi Slow this week. You can't walk with sin. Walk alongside with it. I'm talking about have one leg with it. You know what? Slipping and dipping and dabbing with it. You know? Okay. You can't play with it Saturday through Friday. Then show up on Sunday. Right. And then say, you know what? God, here I am, I'm yours. God, use me like you want to. Now you're playing with God. You can't play with sin when he tells you. You gotta turn away. Turn away from it. You can't turn from it just because you got mad at it and then turn back to it once you don't get back at it. All I'm trying to tell you is that if you don't get your mind right, what allows stuff to enter into your mind? That's your eye gate and your ear gate. All right. I told you I'm a teacher today. Your eye gate and your ear gate. That is what allows things to enter into your mind. What you look at and what you listen to. All right. Come here. You can't sit up and just look at everything and not expect it to take seat up here. All right. You can't sit up there listening for gospel all day and come through here and not expect it to sit up here. I know y'all didn't want this, but I'm trying to get your mind right. Because as it comes through your eyes and your ears, it is going to rest in your mind. So it's your responsibility. Let me free myself and Reverend Moore. It's not my responsibility to make sure that your path is straight. Pastor, where you get that from? Go back to verse number 17. I'm going to read the whole verse for you. Watch what it says. The highway of the upright is departed from evil. He that keepeth his way I'll never see one time that it said, the pastor, it's not my responsibility to keep your soul. I'm to watch over it. It's your responsibility. Uh-oh. And notice this, how you keep your path has something to do with how you keep your soul. Look at what the verse says. How you keep your path has something to do with how you preserve your soul. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's what the book says. Pastor ain't making it up. Because you know what Solomon says that you have to ask yourself, if you keep your path any kind of way, then how in the world can you think that your soul is going to be killed? Right. Uh-oh. I'm headed toward my seat. Now, final thing. He told you the first two things that you need to have. But now let me give you the last thing that you don't need to have. And this is real good for church folk and non-church folk, but real good for church folk. Watch what he says, and this is something that, especially believers, but just people in general, this is something you never should see, especially in believers. This thing called pride. Pride, and the other thing that he mentions is a haughty spirit. But most definitely this thing called pride. Pride is this thing called arrogance. And then what you need to understand about pride is that even though you may not like pride, but watch this. James 4:6 says, God, I said you may have an issue with it, but James 4:6 says, God resists the proud, those that are proud. But he gives grace to those that are. What am I saying? God himself has an issue with arrogant folk, with haughty folk. Haughty folk is folk that walk around with your nose in there. Think you better than somebody. Yeah. When you used to live right down the street in a half-bedroom apartment next, anyway, haughty folk. Think you got something when you didn't have nothing to throw out the window just like we did. Right. Haughty folk. Arrogant and haughty folk. Proud folk. Guess what? God got an issue with it. Amen. But now, let me say something. My people, y'all, it sounds like y'all got an issue with them type of folk too. Y'all got an issue with them type of folk too? Because I don't, none of y'all. Let me warn you though. It's not your responsibility to take care of it. God is the one that's going to take care of prideful folk. Yeah? God is the one to take care of folk who think they better than everybody else. Leave them alone. God got a couple of ways, if you look at the verse, the way that he's going to take care of it. Either they're going to be destroyed through destruction, or they're going to have to fall. But you're not the one to do that. God is the one to do that. Now, I'm headed toward the sea, but watch this thing. Now, it's something about prideful folk. Just before they get their fall, just before they get destroyed, they get real insolent and real prideful. Just before. Because you remember, right before somebody got put out of the White House, got real prideful. Having all these rallies and telling folk to storm the Capitol and all that good stuff. got real proud. But then look at what happened. There you go. You got put out anyway. And now, you read the papers. Looks like all your little empire is slowly, but surely, beginning to fall down. Because guess what? Other folk may have tried to do it. All I'm trying to say is, let folk alone. God will do what he's going to do in God's time.
All right. Amen.
Too many times we like to try and do what God ain't never assigned none of us to do. That's John 4:6 says, God resists those that are proud. But now, can I tell you something that you should have? Let me show you the polar opposite. In verse 19, and I'm done. Verse 19 says, 18, he don't want you to be prideful and have a Holy Spirit. But he do tell you, you need to do have something if you want this better mindset. Now, he says you need to have a humble mentality. A humble spirit. Now see, that's a paradox. That's something that's so unknown in the church, out the church, for people to be humble. Because when you hear that term, one of the first things people go to think, well, ain't nobody gonna walk all over me. No. Ain't nobody, I don't care who they are. They always like to throw that. I don't care who you are, you ain't gonna just be walking. God ain't made me nobody do. Nobody. Glory. You ain't just gonna be walking and talking any kind of way. Now, can I say this? Whenever you have a spirit of humility, this has to be a mindset. There will be times when people go high, and you're going to have to go low. Amen. That's the humble spirit. Yeah. I'm saying if you want to get better, that is the mentality of a humble person. Okay, let me show you something else about a humble person. A humble person don't have to go tick for tack. Keep going back and forth. And even though you're right, a humble person says, you know what? You got it. Go on about your business and live your best life. I told y'all, this is a crazy way of thinking. I know to live. Now, let me show you something else about this humble mindset. This is going to be a real hard for you. Folk talking negative about you. And you know they talking bad about you. You don't respond to it. You just go on, live your life, and you live your best life. Right. And you don't even respond to it and join in the negativity. Oh, I knew it was going to be hard for me to walk through that day. But that's a humble mindset. Now, Pastor, why are you asking us to have this humble mindset? Why must we be humble? Why do we have to be humble? We had an example that walked this earth before us. We had someone that walked before us. And the example that he gave before us, if we go back and look at it, folk lied on him. Yeah. But did he go back and forth with them? did he open his mouth? Folk did all kind of things in order to destroy the reputation that he took 3 years to build. But did he have to defend himself? No. So, if we're going to say we're going to follow him, why not fully follow him? Now, as I close, y'all got pretty quiet. Being humble will not probably put you in the best place with man. But I got good news. Being humble will get you in favor with God.
Oh, yeah.
You should have got that.
Yeah.
Humble will not get you in the best seats with man. But being humble, it not only gets you in favor with God, but watch this. It also gets you visitations from God.
All right.
And then it prepares you for what we get ready to go. Being humble. Because you do know where we're going. That place that got the streets that are paved with gold. Okay? That place that gets you, that road that you're going to be fitted for, that you have to go and slippers. Now, but at this place, there's going to be a throne with cherubims and cherubims that's flying around. But see, they ain't going to be flying. But see, you're going to have to humbly back. Let me let you alone. Right. See, while they're flying, holy, holy, we're going to have to be bound down to the Lord God Almighty. And that's going to be done in a spirit of humility. Amen. So if you're going to have to do it up there, why not go ahead and prepare yourself down here?
Right.
I'm done.
Amen.
Now, this is the happy part. Watch what verse 20 says. This is the happy part. Verse 20 says, when you get this mindset right, when you use wisdom, when you get that understanding, when you remove some stuff, it leads you in the beginning to trust. You see it? You begin to trust God. And then as you begin to trust God, look at the last thing it says you are. Now you are happy. But now that's not happy with a smile on your face. That word happy translated is blessed. Y'all, if you can get your mind right, if you can get a better mindset, when you walk through it all, don't you know that you're going to be blessed? You're going to be happy. Could it be that some of us is missing out on our happy? Not because all the stuff that's out here, but because of all the stuff that's in here. You've been thinking, you know what, if I get a little more of this, if I fix this, you've been so concentrated on everything that's external. But God told me to tell you, if you want to get happy, if you truly want to be blessed, then you have to get your mind right. You have to get a better mindset. It's some things that's working up here that if you get it fixed here, then it's going to work itself out here. Come back. The reason things are not working better here is because it's so messed up here. You cannot constantly have thoughts here and don't expect at some point they're going to be played out here. That's why it is said, let this mind, y'all, I'm trying to help you. You cannot want better and you not be willing to change and refocus and do better. It starts here. When was the last time you just took time and said, you know what? God, I'm going to just focus on nothing or nobody but you. When was the last time you did that? Everything that you got going on in your life. When you say, God, you know what? I'm slowing down. I'm doing nothing but just focusing on you. But watch what I just said. Focusing on him. Not going to him with your hand out. Asking him for something. But God, I just want to be in your presence. God, I just want to spend time with you. Come back next week because we're going to talk about a better relationship. But God, I just want to be with you. And do you not know that the more you're with it, I'm done. But the more you're with it, watch this. I'm done. Terry and I have been together about 23, 24 years now. We can be places. And before I say something, she'll say what I was getting ready to say. We're at the table. She'll order my food for me because she knows what I'm going to order. She'll sometimes get my clothes out because she know what I put on. Why is that? Why is she able to do that? Because we've been walking together for so long. We've been talking together for so long. And because our relationship is so close, she's able to go within my mind somewhere. Come here. If you walk with God,
Come on.
if you talk with God that close, don't you know? Don't you know that you have even a closer relationship? That when you would want to, God will be everything that you would.
Everything.
Stop being so busy. Stop being so busy.
Yeah.
This is what I want you to do. When you get to the house today, or when you get off the phone or whatever you're on today, look at your day or look at your week. Look at how much time you give God and how much time you give the world. Count it out. I want you to write it down. How much time you give God and how much time you give the world. And if you think that the time that you give God, you're satisfied with that, you keep right on. You give yourself 2 pats on the back, you keep right on. But I'm almost guaranteed, with what you give God in comparison to what you give the world, God is not being treated fairly. Pastor, you can't say that. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I guarantee you. And watch this. Next week, I'm going to ask you to compare what God has done for you with what the world has done for you.
All right.
Let me see. I'm done. Let me let y'all know. I'm done. Y'all come on. I'm done. The door of the church is open. You come by Leonard Christian Experience. Candidate for baptism. I see y'all was wanting to shout. I told you, quiet shout. Y'all look good. Leonard Christian Experience, candidate for baptism. However you choose to come, today is your day. Your mind may be rough, rugged, all kind of bumps and hills, don't know which way. Guess what? I got good news. I know the way. You don't know the way, but I got good news. I know the way. In the book of John, it says, Jesus, he made a statement. He says, when you don't know the way, when you don't think that there is a way, when you can't find a way, Jesus says, I am the way. No one coming to the Father but in order to get to heaven, you gotta go by. You gotta go by him. So if you're lost and you need your way found, I can introduce you to the way. Your way is bumpy right now, but I can introduce you to it. Y'all don't give yourself, let me. I can introduce you to someone that came down. And he came to a rugged cross. He died on a hill called Calvary. Y'all, and then they put him in a borrowed tomb. And they thought that he was going to stay in that tomb because they put a boulder over that tomb. But they carried that early Sunday morning. He got up with all power in his hand. And because he got up, he has now made a way so that you and I can have eternal life. Hey, I feel way out of nowhere. And since he's been back in glory, this is what I like about him, y'all. He has not stopped making ways, but he keep right on making ways out of ways out of. Y'all don't hear me? Somebody say he's a way maker. But that's the kind of God we serve. And you can have that on today. Amen. You may be sick. Amen. Yo, hey, today is the day. He made it. I didn't. I'm going to rejoice and be glad in it. Y'all, I'm done. I'm gone. Amen. As we head toward the house, y'all, don't forget this. Hey! Sometimes one ain't no way. But don't forget this. No Bible study on Tuesday, but y'all make sure we are praying for those that are sick because somebody said there's a bomb in Gilead. I know there was a woman that had an issue with her. And she said if I could just touch. Because she tried to make her own way, but then she figured out I can't make my own way. But if I could just touch, I don't even need to touch him. But if I could touch, it's him. But if I could just touch the hem of the hem, and I will be made. Let me let this thing go. Hey! What do you mean? Hey! Is anybody ever met this way maker? See? Thought you wasn't going to get well. Body aching. And he stopped by. Watch this and he touched you. And then your testimony was the He has a way of saying,
Hallelujah.
when I'm
Thank you, God. Thank you, God. You're worthy. Hallelujah, Jesus.
Hallelujah.
Well, y'all-
Thank you.
Hallelujah, God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Hallelujah.
the Lamb of God.
Hallelujah.
Yes. Thank you.
Worthy.
Glory to his name. I wouldn't serve a God. I wouldn't serve a God that I couldn't feel. I don't know about you. They can't feel boo. Confusion's already gone. I wouldn't serve a God that would get on the inside of me and cause me to stomp my feet and wave my out.
Thank you, Jesus.
Hey, I feel all right. Hey. Yo, we go.
Hallelujah.
Thank you.
Hey,
Hallelujah.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you.
Hallelujah. Thank you, God. Oh, Jesus, you're worthy.
Thank
when
you.
you think,
Thank you, God.
when you think of how good he is.
Yes. Yes.
Yo, listen.
Yes.
Yo, these opportunities
Yes, Lord.
that we have,
Yeah.
do understand. These are opportunities that God gives us.
Yes.
When he woke you up,
Yes.
that was an opportunity
Yes. Yes.
to guess what?
Thank you.
To look at what God did. What Pastor even do that? Do you not understand it? He watched over you all last night to let you see another morning. That in and of itself is enough.
Thank you, God. Thank you.
I don't care if you have some aches and L's, but guess what? I don't care if you don't have nothing. He won't. You got breath in your body. That's enough.
Thank you, God. Hallelujah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jesus.
Can't miss these opportunities.
Yes, Lord.
Thank you.
Thank you, Father. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey!
Thank
Worthy,
you, Lord.
Father.
Yes, Lord.
Hallelujah.
Thank you,
Jesus, thank you, God.
Bless his name.
Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
Now to him
Thank you.
that is able. Now to him that is able.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Lord.
The Alpha and the Omega.
Yes, Lord. Thank you.
He's the beginning.
Yes, Lord.
Oh, Jesus.
But then he's going to show up at the end.
Yes, Lord.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
But then, like Ruth said, that's my grandmama. He's not only Alpha, he's not only Omega, he's not only the beginning and the end.
Yeah.
Sometimes she get lost with a word. When she can't think of
Oh, Jesus.
nothing else to call him or say about him, she just say, well, he's my all.
Yes.
My all in all.
Yes.
See, when you say all in all, that includes.
Everything.
That includes.
Yes, Lord.
When I was hungry, he was all. When I was naked, he was my all. When I needed shelter, he was all. When I was
Thank you, God.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus.
Yes, Lord.
now
Oh, Jesus.
to him that is able
Thank you. Thank you, Lord.
to keep us.
Hallelujah.
To keep us.
Yes.
Now to him that is able to keep us.
Yes, Lord.
Has anybody
Yes.
ever been kept out
Hallelujah.
Hey.
to keep us?
Yes.
Yes.
But see, y'all miss it. He's keeping me right now.
Yes.
He kept me in the past, and he's keeping me now. what? I failed.
Come on.
But I'm back up. I failed. But I'm back up. Now to him that is able to keep us from falling. I failed. But I'm back up. Y'all will get it in a minute. He never said that you weren't going to fall. Now it's, oh my goodness. Now it's to him that is able.
Hallelujah.
That means even if you fall, he won't get you back.
Come on now.
Now to him that is able
Hallelujah.
to keep us from falling. To the only wise God. Be power. Uh-oh. That is dunamis. That's not Kratos. In that verse is dunamis. Not him that is able to keep us from. To him be in power.
Yes.
That's power. Both now and forever. Both powerful now and forever and never and ever and ever. We all sing together. Amen. Amen. He got power, y'all. Now and forever. My God got power. Miracle working power. Wonder working power. He got power. Power to heal. Power to save. Power. He got
Power.
Yes.
Hey,
Wow.
bless his name.
Thank you.
Bless his name.
Thank
Hallelujah.
you, Jesus.
Bless his name.
Yes.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yes, Lord. Thank you, God.
Hey,
Hallelujah.
Thank you. Thank you, Jesus.
hey,
God.
hey, bless his name.
Hallelujah.
He's in this place. Bless his name.
Hallelujah.
Thank you for his name. Bless his name.
Yes, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank
Thank you, Jesus. Yes, Lord.
you. Yes.
It was good to have been here today.
Yes, Lord.
See, somebody got to lie. I ain't gonna let you go until you bless me. If you gotta move this him out of sight. Somebody needs to say, Lord, I ain't letting you go until you.
Hallelujah.
Yes, Lord.
See, somebody gotta need something. And since you know he here, grab out.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Woo, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bless
Yes.
his name.
Hallelujah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He's sweet, I know.
Yes.
He's sweet, I know.
Yes.
He's sweet, I know. Sweeter than honey. He's sweet, I know.
Yes.
Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you,
Y'all, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Hey! Hey! He's sweet, I know.
God. Thank you.
Yes, Lord.
He's sweet, I know.
Thank you.
But see, when you've been blessed with grace and mercy like me,